Hey,
Olá!
just a short one from us today. We thought it could be cool to share a bit about how we store and manage our board game collection.
There's lots of types of videos in board game creating worlds, and this is the type of video that I always love to watch. I like to know how people organize their collections, which criteria they use.
Yeah, it's cool to get some inspiration. It could be maybe by theme,
Board game designer,
play account,
publisher.
play account.
Like for instance, not so long ago, or maybe it was a while ago, Jenna from the Board Game Garden, she shared, in her office, she has the board games that she enjoys the most playing solo, and the rest of the games she has in her board game room. Covray, they shared their way, and they have a full wall, a rainbow wall, where
really cool.
the board games are organized by color, forming a rainbow.
It's a visually impressive wall.
It's awesome.
We don't have something anywhere near as fancy as that. We have our own system, but it works for us and the environments and space we're in. And yeah, we'll explain a bit about that now.
We do not have the space to display our games or even store them elsewhere, only here in our office, which is already a tight space as is, as you can see in this 3D model we made back when we were building the office. We store our games in a couple of Kallax shelving units inside these felt boxes, drawers, and behind these doors. We have the wallets, such as Button Shy games, inside their own box in order to keep them all together and in one place. Our house is very humid in the winter and extremely dry in the summer, so we prefer to protect our games like this, instead of having the games exposed to the elements. We run the dehumidifier, but it's an ongoing thing during the winter.
So, with everything tucked away in boxes and drawers, how do we find a game that we want to play? That's where our letter designation system comes in, paired with a database that contains every single game in our collection. We started this with Google Sheets, and back then we even made a few API calls to BoardGameGeek to automatically fetch any relevant information we might want, such as the designers, artists, playtime, etc. This worked really well because we had always marked a game that we own in our collection on BoardGameGeek, and so then all we had to do was write a script which took our specific collection and gathered the data and cover images we were after. Then we have a column for the game's location, which will match the letter designation for the box a game is in. Now, inside these specific boxes, we don't follow any criteria. We just kind of built them up randomly to how the games might fit in the box. We've since moved our board game database over to another tool called Obsidian, as that's no longer dependent on being online and provides a really nice and easy way for us to link games up to any content or scripts we might want to make. Obsidian also recently rolled out a new feature called Bases, which is a database-like system that allows us to visually see all of the games in our collection by cover, display, hide information, and apply any manner of filtering to help find what we want. We already have a few saved views, such as our unplayed collection, making it easier for us to see and decide what game we might want to play next.
So this is how we manage and organize our collection. It's how it makes sense to us. If we already have a game in mind, we can just check our phone or we go to the computer and see where that specific game is in our collection. If not, we can even have the randomization for a game.
So I think having the digital counterpart really helps us to find where the game is and also add other features like easily see what games we have and haven't played, maybe randomize one game from that pool, quickly filter to publisher or player size and stuff.
Knowing where the game is, putting it back.
Yeah, so it might not be the perfect system, and obviously we're working within the constraints that we have within this office. Like we don't need it to be on display right now, and so having it in boxes works pretty well. And yeah, it just needs a bit of time and discipline. Time in terms of adding a new game to the database. When we initially did it, it was all automatically pulled from Board Game Geek, but now it's just a manual addition because we only get 1 or 2 games at a time now.
We are in a no buying era.
And then just a bit of discipline in terms of actually putting the game back so that when it comes to the next time, it's in the right location when we look for it on the system. It also has an added benefit for helping us make content.
Yeah.
Because we can write our scripts. We write our scripts in this tool Obsidian now as well. And we can link it to these games. It's really nice and easy to reference everything.
And whenever we have as well lots of games, imagine we have a weekend that we play more games, or if we are making content with lots of games, it's really easy to put them back. Usually Christian is on the computer telling me where it's which box in which drawer or door it is, and I just do. It's really quick.
It's a good system. So even though everything in each box is like random and not to any like criteria, everything is organized.
Yeah.
And it makes sense for us. Also, another added benefit actually is whenever we share a post on Blue Sky or Mastodon, I quite like to share
information about the game.
Yeah, like maybe the player count or the link.
The designer.
Yeah, because
the link for Board Game Geek.
Yeah, because this is always information I like to see when I'm looking at a game. And if it's a new game I don't know anything about, it just saves the person viewing our post a bit of time.
Yes.
So that was really something nice and easy to set up with a little script in Obsidian so that every single game in our database has that information ready to go, just copy and paste, and it's already got all the information for that specific game. So that's a little added bonus when you have a system like this.
Yeah, and we still have a visual display of our collection, but digital, because in our system, we have a visual display. We can even see by compartment or all together in one list.
Yeah, I find that
so there's still a visual display.
Yeah, and as mentioned earlier in the previous chapter, it's really like having the power to add these filters to quickly find something. Yeah, it's a good system for us. I think we'll even though we might change, like in future, we might make a display of our board games and have it laid out differently
in another house.
I think we'll always keep the digital counterpart. We'll always update that and use that. It's just handy to have.
Yeah, and nice.
I think even if we have the games on display, we might have like a location reference.
Yeah.
Because especially some of our smaller games in the Kallax unit, they take up. You don't want to waste space. So
in the back, usually there's a space in the back that is not used.
So I think we're definitely maximizing the space we can with these little boxes, and
yeah. So tell us, what's your criteria to organize your board games? Do you have a criteria or a way to organize your board games? Are you trying to find a new way to organize your board games and store your board games? Does yours work for you? Tell us.
Yeah, we're always interested to find out different systems to organizing the contents of this hobby that is board games.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've been Boarding Beans.
You've been you.
Have a lovely day.
And happy gaming.
And organizing.